नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगगन रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सखगन ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण। By the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are able to study Bhagavad Gita every day. So, in the 10th chapter, we have finished 17 shlokas in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the opulence of the Absolute. So, now Arjuna is asking Krishna to tell more about himself. And Arjuna is asking Krishna, in fact, here, like in what various forms I can remember you, like that Arjuna is asking Krishna. These are all very important questions because we also want to know how to remember Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, you remember me all the time. So how we can remember Krishna all the time? In fact, we should be able to see Krishna everywhere in this world. That's what in the 10th chapter we are going to study and understand. That is Vibhuti Yoga. In the Vibhuti Yoga, we are going to understand how Krishna is pervading this entire universe. We will know very well. So because Arjuna, since he is asking such a nice question to Krishna, Kesu Kesu cha bhavesu chintyosi bhagavanmaya. In what various forms I should remember you? So that's what Arjuna is asking Krishna. And Arjuna is also asking Krishna to tell about him even in detail. Swayam yevatmanatmanam vetatvam purushottamam. You only know about you fully, completely. No one knows about you. Because Krishna said that no one knows about me. Arjuna also agreed with Krishna, accepted that Sarvameta Tritam Manye Yanmam Vadasi Kesava Nahite Bhagavan Vyaktim Vidur Devaha Nadanavaga. So you only know about you completely. You please tell me about yourself. So that's what Arjuna is asking Krishna. So that way, in Bhagavad Gita, in the 10th chapter, we are understanding the opulence of the Absolute. In the 11th chapter also, Arjuna asks Krishna to show his universal form, Viswarupa. Because if Arjuna did not ask Krishna to show his Viswarupa, universal form, and if Arjuna did not explain what he is seeing in his Viswarupa, universal form, which Sanjaya narrated to Dhritarashtra and which Vyasadeva, he recorded it in Mahabharata, and we are getting that knowledge. So we are understanding that knowledge. We are knowing that how Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead and how he is pervading this entire universe, how he is expanded everywhere. So Krishna is the super soul as Paramatma in everyone's heart, and Krishna as his Virat Rupa, as his Avyakta Murti. So Krishna himself says that Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina. So avyakta murti means unmanifested form. So in his unmanifested form, Krishna pervades this entire universe. So all such things, so much of knowledge we understand from this Bhagavad Gita only. So such a small book, only 18 chapters, 700 slokas, verses, gives all the knowledge what we need to know about ourselves and to know about the super soul, Krishna. And not only that, and in this Bhagavad Gita only, Krishna is teaching us about how to act, what we should do in our life to free from this material bondage. Because we are struggling in this material veil, we are suffering in this material veil, we need to free ourselves. So Krishna is very clearly saying that you are in this miserable place. So don't come back to this miserable place again and again. So make use of this opportunity and come to me. That's why Krishna has given us this human body. Many times I explained in our class that this human body is very special. Especially the human brain, what we got is very, very special actually. So there are a lot of features this human brain has got, which is so much special compared to other animals. Especially our frontal lobe, which does all kinds of executive functions. So we are able to think beyond. We are able to comprehend everything. So everything based on, because Krishna has given us such a great brain, such a great opportunity, this body, human body. So these senses should be very, very effectively utilized only to realize ourselves. All our intelligence, all our knowledge, everything, all our activities, everything should be centered towards realizing our self, knowing that we are the soul. So for that reason, we should effectively use this human body. If you don't get human body again in the next life, then there is no way we are going to realize ourselves. If you misuse this human body, this opportunity, what we have got, which is very, very rare. If you misuse, then there is no guarantee that we'll get another opportunity like this. This is a great opportunity we have got. Now we cannot let this opportunity go waste. It's very important, very, very important. We have to sit and think about this. Because this is rarest opportunity we got to realize ourselves. We have to ask that question, who am I? Only a human being can ask that question. Other animals, they cannot ask that question at all. Only we can ask that question, who am I? And we can also get the answer. That answer is very clearly given in Bhagavad Gita itself. We don't have to go and refer in any other books, any other scriptures, anything. Whatever we need, everything is completely, clearly given in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita. That in the second chapter itself. The sloka number 11 to 30, in those 20 slokas, Krishna is explaining very clearly that we are the soul. I am the soul. We are not this body. So we need to understand we are not this body. So, but due to ignorance, due to foolishness, we are in this material world, we are thinking that we are this body, which is constantly changing, which is not same. The body is changing all the day, all the time the bodies keep on changing. So we are putting up more weight, we are reducing our weight, we are losing our weight, we are getting old, and our cells are the activities which are the processes which are happening in our body also, it's slowing down. All the metabolism and everything is slowing down, and all these things are happening within this body, but we are not this body at all. We are the soul. And the soul, when we have young body, we are young and energetic, we are able to run and do a lot of things, lot of tasks. when that same body becomes very old, then we are not able to do anything. We are not able to move around. We are not able to run. We are not able to do a lot of things. We have to depend on others for a lot of things when we get very old. So that way, this human body is very special because we have got a great brain, the structure, the brain, we can use our brain to the fullest extent to realize ourselves. And in that human body also, when the time is ripe, when we are young and energetic, when we are able to do a lot of things, we need to study this Bhagavad Gita and make use of this opportunity. We cannot let this go. Because this is the only way, only opportunity for us to get out of this world, get out of this material bondage. It is not fun to keep on coming back and taking different lives and different families and all kinds of going through all kinds of sufferings again and again. This is not at all good. We are not really enjoying in this material world. The end result is only suffering in this material world. At birth also we cry, at death also we cry. So at birth we have to cry, otherwise doctors will make sure the child cries. Because we need to breathe. So in order to breathe, it's so difficult when we are born, when we come out, when we are exposed to this world. It's so difficult. We feel ourselves, we are finding it so much discomfort that we have to breathe and we start crying. So similarly at the death also, we don't want to leave this world. We don't want to give up anything. But the problem is that we have to give up. We cannot stay here forever. And we have to give up everything. Everything. We will be forced. We will be kicked out of this body. So that is the fact we need to understand very well. When the reality is like that, but in between, so Krishna is saying that Aham Adischa Madhyam Anta. Krishna is that Aham Adir. Adir means I am the beginning, and Madhyam means middle, and Anta means end. Krishna is both beginning, middle, and end. Krishna is everything. And so in the middle, we think that everything is great, everything is going good, and there are no issues, no problems. I can solve all the problems, and my life is so nice. No, everything is false hopes. Nothing is going to go good in this material world. When we are going to lose everything, then what is the point in saying that everything is going good? But when everything is really, if we think that when everything is going good, so that means we need to make use of this opportunity to get ourselves free from this material bondage. When things are right, when things are going good. So this human body, human life, we need to fully utilize to realize that we are the soul, we are not the body. So that means we need to connect with Krishna. Understand this Bhagavad Gita fully. That's what in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is teaching. In all these slokas. In 8th chapter, Krishna, attaining the Supreme, Krishna is teaching us how to go to Him. And in the 9th chapter also, Krishna is teaching us that you be free from this dualities. Subha subha padaireva mokshase karma bandhanaga. Sannyasa yoga yuktatma. So you do act everything by giving up, by renouncing the activities, everything to me. That means by renouncing the results to me. Mayi sarvani karmani sannyasyadyatma chetasa. All such things. Control your mind. Make your mind as your best friend. The senses are very strong, and the senses are strong and impetuous. They forcibly carry away the mind. So be careful. Control your senses. Control your mind. Gain intelligence. And chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and think about me. Focus your mind upon me. Fix your mind upon me. Focus your intelligence upon me. Come to me. Come to me. That's what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita. We just have to go to Krishna. That's it. Manushyanam sagasresu kaschit yatati siddhe. Only 1 in 1,000 will endeavor for perfection. We should be really very proud that we are that 1 in 1,000. We are studying Bhagavad Gita every day, and we are giving importance to study this Bhagavad Gita. In our life, Bhagavad Gita should be everything. Everything else is secondary. Only Bhagavad Gita is the primary. So that way, by realizing and understanding that as super soul and being in each and every atom, and Krishna is expanded everywhere. So by realizing that fact, we just have to do only one thing in our life, that is just study and understand this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. That's it. This is the answer for all questions. If anyone asks any question, if you notice, that's what I also always say. If anyone asks any question, the only answer is there. The only answer is that study Bhagavad Gita, understand Bhagavad Gita. That's it. This knowledge is needed. This knowledge is required for every one of us. Because if we study and understand Bhagavad Gita fully, and if we focus on Krishna, if we do everything for Krishna, so then we will be able to solve all the problems in our life. Everything, all our problems will be completely solved. There won't be any more issues. Will be fully solved. So that way Krishna is saying that Mayarpita Manobuddhiki Mamevesisi Asamsaya. You offer your intelligence and mind upon me, you will come to me. There is no doubt about it. Sannyasa Yoga Yuktana Vimukto Mam Upaisisi. So if you do everything by renouncing all the activities, if you do everything for me, so then you will be freed from this material world. Mam Upaisisi. So you will attain me, you will come to me. That's what Krishna is saying there in Bhagavad Gita, repeated. So becoming a devotee of Krishna only should be our ultimate goal. If you are a devotee of Krishna, then we don't have to worry about anything. That happens if we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. If you have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then no one else can shake our faith. Our faith on Krishna will be very, very strong. There is no way we can forget Krishna if we have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. If you know all the slokas in Bhagavad Gita, if you understand each and every sloka in Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says, what Arjuna asks and everything, then nobody can shake our faith. We will be very much fixed on Krishna. At that time, our intelligence will be very well established. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Ekeka kurunandam. Because only when we are fixing our mind, when we are having desires on this material sense objects, then only we will not have intelligence. But by fixing on Krishna, by remembering Krishna, we are going to gain intelligence. Voga Isvarya Prasaktanam Taya Apagarita Chetasam Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadhav Na Vidyate. But Krishna Prasaktanam Taya Apagarita Chetasam Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Vidiyade. It is not Na Vidiyade, it is Vidiyade. Bhoga Aisvarya Prasaktanam Taya Apagrita Chetasam Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadhav Na Vidyate. So if anyone is attached to material sense enjoyment and wealth, and whose consciousness, whose thoughts are carried away by such attachments, and for such person, the resolute determination does not take place. The Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadhav Na Vidyate. But instead of getting ourselves attached to material sense enjoyment, if we get attached to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so Purushottama Prasaktanam, instead of saying Bhoga Isvarya Prasaktanam, Purushottama Prasaktanam, Purushottama Prasaktanam, Taya Apagrita Chetasam, Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadhav Vidiyade. It is going to take place. We are going to get supreme intelligence, the steady intelligence. So that way, we just have to focus on Krishna. Dhyayato visayan pumsaga sangaste supajayate, sangat sanjayate kamaga kamat krodo abhijayate. So if we think about material sense objects, then we will develop attachment to them. From such attachment, lust develops. From lust, anger arises. From anger, delusion arises. From delusion, memory is bewildered. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost. When intelligence is lost, we will fall down again into the material pool. But instead of Dhyayate Visyan Pumsa, instead of Dhyayate Krishna Pumsaga, what happens? Dhyayato Krishna Pumsaga, Sangaste Supajayate. The same attachment develops. But here attachment develops on Krishna, not on the sense objects. So with our mind, instead of thinking about sense objects, instead of remembering sense objects, if we just remember Krishna, if we think about Krishna, then we will develop attachment to Krishna. That's why Dhyayato Krishna pumsaga sangaste supajayate. Sangat sanjayate prema, not kama. No lust, only love. So love towards Krishna. So we will develop love. Sangat sanjayate prema. Then premat sukham abhijayate. So from such love, our intelligence will be very well established. Then we are going to be very happy. So that's what from premat buddhi paryavatistade. So our buddhi intelligence will be very well established. That's it. Then all other steps will be cut. Because kamat krodho abhijayate, krodhat bhavati sammogaga, sammogat smriti vibhramaga, smriti vibhramsat buddhinasa. So we can just reverse it. If we think about Krishna, if we focus our mind on Krishna, then we will develop attachment to Krishna. With such attachment, love towards Krishna develops. From such love, so our anger goes away. When anger goes away, there won't be any delusion. When there is no delusion, there won't be any bewilderment of memory. When memory is not bewildered, our intelligence will be very well established. So that's what is going to happen when we focus our mind on Krishna. For that, we need this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Only with the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, only we can think about Krishna, we can focus our mind on Krishna. Because with Bhagavad Gita knowledge only, we know about Krishna. We are getting all the knowledge needed only from Bhagavad Gita. So that way, by Krishna's mercy, if we study this Bhagavad Gita, understand it fully, so then all our problems will be solved at once. And if we get very serious in this Bhagavad Gita, if we don't waste any time, if we fully focus on Krishna, then in this life itself we can go to Krishna. We don't have to wait. We don't have to take many births. In this life itself we can go to Krishna. So that all depends on, everything depends on how much knowledge we have and how much practice we do based on the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So only simply if we submit our free will unto Krishna, so our desire is only to please Krishna, nothing else. So then our life is going to be so much blissful. We are going to free from this material bondage. There is no doubt about at all. No doubt about this at all. So that's why in Bhagavad Gita, we need to study and understand all the slokas. So now in the 10th chapter, we are studying, we are getting complete knowledge of all the slokas. So by Krishna's mercy, we understand every chapter. Everything what Krishna says is very easy for us to understand. Very easy. Extremely easy. No difficulty at all. The slokas given by Krishna, the songs sung by Krishna, the song of God in Bhagavad Gita, everything is coming straight forward. And it gives us so much bliss in our life, so much happiness, enjoyment in our life. When we study Bhagavad Gita, when we think about this Bhagavad Gita, it's giving us so much enjoyment. So that's what we should do in our life. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, in the 10th chapter, now Arjuna is asking Krishna that I want to know more about you, Krishna. Swayam eva atman atmanam vetatvam purushottama bhuta bhavana bhutesa deva deva jagatpati. So, O Lord of Lords and Lord of this universe and Creator of everyone, Bhuta Bhavana Bhutesa, Lord of all human beings, Lord of all beings, I want you only know fully about yourself. Swayam evatman atmanam vetatvam purushottama. That's why I want to know. Vyaktumargasi asesena divyagi atma vibhudayega yabir vibhudibir lokan imam swam vyapyatistasi. I want to know in what all forms you are pervading in this universe. So that's what Arjuna is asking Krishna. So then we studied in the sloka number 17. So in the 10th chapter, in the sloka number 17, that's what we studied yesterday. So there Arjuna is asking that Katham vidyamaham yogims tvam sada parichintayan kesu cha bhavesu chintyosi bhagavan maya. That's what he is asking. So Katham vidyaham yogims. Oh yogi, How can I know about you? Katham vidya aham yogam tvam sada parichinten. How can I constantly think of you? Kesu kesu cha bhavesu chintosi Bhagavan Maya. O Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in what various forms I can remember you? So how I can think about you constantly, in what various forms I can remember you? That's what Arjuna is asking. Now Arjuna is continuing in the next sloka, sloka number 18 in the 10th chapter. Arjuna is continuing. Vistarenatmano yogam vibhudim cha janardana bhuyaka katayat triptirhi shunvato nasti meyamirtham. Vistarenatmano yogam vibhudim cha janardana. O Janardana, I want to know about your vibhuti, opulence, in detail. Vistaram, vistarena. So in detail I want to know. Because bhuyaga kataya triptri, to hear your opulence again and again. Shunvato, to hear. Kataya, about yourself. Triptri, to my satisfaction. Bhuyaga, again. So to my satisfaction, when I hear about your opulence again and again, nasti me amirdam, there is nothing else nectar for me other than just hearing about you. Srunvado nasti me amirdam. That's what Arjuna is telling Krishna. That's what Krishna also told Arjuna in the 10th chapter, 9th sloka we studied. Machitta matgata prana bodhayantaga parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So my devotees, Machitta, always thinking about me, Madgata prana, dedicating their lives unto me, Bodhayantaga parasparam kadayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. They enlighten one another by conversing about me, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss. That's what Krishna said. That's what Arjuna is telling here. Bhuyaga kadaya triptrigi shunvato nasti me amritam. To hear about you, to my satisfaction, and nothing else is nectar for me other than just hearing about you. So that way, by Krishna's mercy, we are studying this Bhagavad Gita. Now Arjuna is asking so much from Krishna, and Krishna is going to answer everything. So by Krishna's costless mercy, we have successfully finished this sloka number 18 in the 10th chapter. Hare Krishna. I will stop now. We'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji.